Hello and welcome to the Treasured Page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. And today what I have been doing is I've been sitting here creating a list and making these little cards. And on each card is an item from my stash or a technique or something that I could use, because I just thought it's quite nice to just limit yourself. So I'm thinking if I pull 3 of these out and then I just have to challenge myself to make something using those 3 things, that would be really good. So if you wanted to have a go, I'll read out the list so you can see what I'm trying to achieve. So on my list I have got ink. So that's one thing I could be using. A rubber stamp, sticker, postage stamp, decorative paper, handmade paper, homemade paper, vellum or tracing paper, a label, washi tape, an ink effect, embossing, a die cut, fabric, a brad, a wax seal, and by that I mean something like that, a button, we all know what a button is, ephemera of some sort, some words, scraps, a skeleton leaf, or tea bag paper, or a stamped image on tea bag paper. And then what I did is I added a wild card. So, oh, and gesso I've just seen there as well. So what fussy cut, I threw in a few right at the last minute. So I've got this old coffee tin and I'm just going to add them all in there and give them a shape. And in here, I think I added 5 wild cards. And if I get a wild card, that means I can use anything I want from my stash. But another thing I added on here was a charm. I just threw about 3 or 4 last minute ones. So I'm going to not look, I'm not looking, and I'm going to grab, okay, they're not faced up at the minute. We'll reveal them in a minute. Right, 3. I don't know what they are. Oops. Absolutely no idea. Handmade paper. A wax seal, that was the one I didn't want to do because it's more of a fuss, but that will make me do it, and it always takes the time to get that done. And fabric, right, wow, okay. Okay. Handmade paper, I'm meaning is this is what I'm meaning by handmade paper. Homemade paper is what I've made at home, but handmade, I'm meaning something like this. Right, okay, I am feeling the challenge. Right, well, I'll get these bits out. If I gather all these things together, there's a bit of fabric as well. Handmade little scrap bits here. These are my small bits. So everything handmade. This is bought paper or it's come from packaging, but it is handmade, and these ones have got nice little petals and things put in there. Then I've got handmade, that I made that as well, so I think that's okay. Let's have a look in my pencil tin. Oh, there's another bit. That's a cream. So there's that, and there's a bit that I've made. Handmade paper. There's another bit. And another bit, and maybe that's straw paper, that's sort of maybe a handmade. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just not commercial stuff, something with a little bit of character and texture, I'm meaning by the handmade. Then we want fabric. Oh gosh, okay. I mean, I could use that as my base, or one of these thicker ones. And then maybe this could become a pocket or something. How about that? Where's this gone? And layer it up. Move those out the way. Focus on my green paper. This is recycled paper, so this started life as my shredded up electrical bills and you know, old documents and stuff from the bank, so stuff that we didn't really have much need for, anything that wanted shredding, because it was you know, had data on it, our data. That's nice, isn't it? Isn't it? I have no idea. How about these pieces, and then maybe, what's that? That's a what's this called? Rice paper. Rice paper? Yes, rice paper. And then that's too thick. There's a bit of fabric, so we might use that, and maybe that piece as well. So I'm going to fold this. How much do I want? Really want about 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches. Tearing ruler. I'm not really wanting the edges, so I'm going to just tear to get a rough edge. I'm going to do that all the way around. That's better, isn't it? And then this one, you can see the fibres go that way, so it'll be fine to tear down this way, but it won't be so easy to tear down the other way, because it looks like the fibres all go in one direction. So, oh, that's more of a challenge, but it's worked out. Okay. Ooh. Can you see all the different fibres in that one? It's quite nice. Put that up there like that. Or maybe it wants to go that way. Yeah, that could be nice, couldn't it, as a tuck on a page, because the rounded corner there, I don't want to mess the rounded corner up if I've got one, so that could be nice. What was the other thing? So we want fabric, and then a wax seal, maybe. What about a lace? Piece of lace. Yeah, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice, but oh, that's something off of a. Oh, I like that. We'll keep that. That's also fabric, so I could have that as a little top, and then that becomes a tag. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm not interested in that piece anymore. So I've got all my handmade papers. I need to do a wax seal, so let's just pretend. Oh yeah, I might not want that then. That could be the wax seal, and that could be like that, and we'll have to choose perhaps a different colour. If I fold this up a bit so we can see. I'm just going to go with it. Let's find my fabric scissors and cut a bit there and rip it, if it will go. No, it won't. Oh gosh, because it's linen. That's brilliant, isn't it? That's given a really great edge. We've got to do the we have to do, if you can see, I've got my bits and bobs in here. We have to light a candle, use this bit here, and I will need to have one of these, and I've got this one. I'm going to use this one. Let's go with this one. Now, whoops, I need some archival black ink. So this is an oil-based permanent waterproof ink. It says it's jet black. It's archival ink from Ranger. Tim Holtz does one. I don't think it comes in such a big pad, but his ink is black soot, and black soot is really, really dark. This can come out with a slight blue tinge, I've noticed. So if you're going to go for a permanent archival ink, I think in hindsight I would have preferred the Tim Holtz black soot. Okay, wish me luck. Now I am going to be covering up the top, so I might come down a bit. Just go for it for a moment, and I'm procrastinating because I don't want it to have smudged. Let's see. Oh no, that's worked. Phew. So always hit and miss, but I was just a little bit worried there because I thought, oh, I haven't really got any more fabric that I like that would fit onto this little composition that we've got going on here. Ah, there you go. So that that looks quite good, and I think I will glue those bits down as well, and then that will go there or wherever we want it. Allow for the seal to be at the top. So just as an idea, that's how that will aim that to be. So I might even want to come down a bit further. Here we are. So I haven't used this in a while. Right, so that would sit there. The candle goes in there. Let's get this underway. Okay, so let's just have a look at our colours and think what's going to be nice. So this yellow is quite nice. Maybe, what about that? Oh no. Oh, that's nice. How about that? Let's blend. How about blend of those three colours? See what happens. Right, I'm going to do that. 3 in there. While we're waiting for that to melt, we'll quickly get this stuck down. And that's the handmade paper, the fabric, and now the wax seal. And I'm going for this now. I've got to make sure I get this the right way up. So I did put a little marker there so that I know that that is my top. Right, so I'm just going to pour this on here. And hopefully get this in a bit quick. And I'm just pushing that down gently. That didn't give me much, did it, in the way of around the top. As good as that's going to get. So we just wipe out the inside of the, I think it's called a crucible. It's very hot anyway. The little, I've got some bronze gilding paste here. This is metallic gilding polish. And I'm just going to use my finger. So just a tiny amount. I'm just going to rub that over the top. So that just highlights that. Well, this is all right, isn't it? That worked out. I think that's okay. I think we'll leave it at that. I don't want to go putting metallic anywhere else. I've got a bit there. Oopsie. I've got a bit there. Maybe if there's any on my finger, I can just bring that further down. Which completely contradicts what I just said. I'm going to say that we're done. And that can now be a little side tuck. Could be a tag, but I'd have to put some other writing space or paper on there. I've got a little cotton bud here. And just to make that more prominent. Oh, right. Well, it's fun, isn't it, when you're being told to do something different that you wouldn't have otherwise chosen to do. And then this is the result, and something I had no expectation of. It's taken me out of a comfort zone and made me think outside of my creative mindset, which was collage. So it's still collage of a sort, so I'm still layering, but it actually showcases the little pieces of scraps that I have and beautiful papers that are there. The colours tie in. We've got the copper, we've got the avocado, there's a little flecks of botanical petals. These are from the garden where I've grown. The whole thing's great, and at the back's not special, so that will be stuck down. And I'll just have a look and see if I've got a page in one of the journals that I'm working on, what that would look like. Oh, it'd look nice, wouldn't it, there? Yeah. And or even something like that. Yes. So that's what that would look like. Oh, look there, that's better on the darker. Yeah, I prefer that, I think. Can you, so let's come back out a bit. And then you can see that's how that would be. It could have gone that way. Well, it could go there and I could attach it and be more of a belly band. So that could go on a strip of something else and become a belly band. That's another way, you know, if that was chopped off, I mean that could work. But I'm thinking corn tuck. And leave a comment below and let me know what you think that could be, or it could come over here and be something. Well, I think it works quite nicely on the tea dyed or the coffee stain papers and the darker ones. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, actually. Surprising. That's pretty too on a cream. So there we are, just a very quick idea. So you need a wax seal, some handmade papers and fabric, and see what you can come up with as a little idea. If you haven't got any of those things, you could use tissue paper, you could use decorative papers, a little piece of fabric. I'm sure you could find something, a snippet or an offcut. It could be a piece of ribbon. Even if you look in your clothing, you might have those ribbons that help you to hang things up. That's a free piece of fabric, isn't it, or ribbon? So those are things you could do. Maybe lots of different ones. Oh, there's endless possibilities. And if you haven't got a wax seal, I know people haven't, then you could maybe use a glue, like the glue gun, and paint over the top of the glue to make it look like a wax seal, in acrylic paint or a gesso. What else could you use? You don't, change that. You don't have to, just don't put that in your list. Make something else up. Maybe you've got a split pin or a decorative paper clip, something to anchor those pieces down. But yes, I'd be really keen to see what you come up with. And if you'd like to post your pictures to the Facebook page, that's the Treasured page on Facebook. It's a group you can join, and be absolutely fantastic to see what you come up with out of those 3 things. And then I shall be pulling some more maybe next week, and we can have a go at what 3 things come up next time. So there's a little challenge. I really enjoyed that. I hope you found value here, and please like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and share your thoughts on what I've done here today, just to try and get us a little bit more inspired to think of different things. And hopefully you've thought of some different things along this journey as well as what we could have done for those 3 items, because everybody's got different things in their supplies and their stash. So there we are. That was a little quiet craft that you can have a go at. And above all else, guys, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.